I've been a lifelong dancer. I've done ballet, I've done modern and contemporary dance, and my path just sort of led to flamenco. It was just a random class that I took because I like to experiment with different types of dancing when I was younger, and I tried a flamenco class. It was just part of a program which included ballet and contemporary. And there was just something about flamenco. There was just this whole culture behind it. The rhythms were so interesting, and for me, it was really a challenge. It was something that I wanted to sort of figure out. It was this dance challenge for me. So I took it on more of that. It was sort of just something to add to what I had already done with modern and with the ballet. But and then with flamenco, all these other doors started to open for me. I started to perform a lot more. I was asked to start teaching as well. And then, all these kind of opportunities just started to open up, and now this is where I am. So one of the things I love about flamenco is that there's no, any body type is acceptable, any age is acceptable. It was tough coming up in a ballet world where you, especially as a teenage girl, and having to, work with body issues or whatever. But so that was always in the back of my mind when I decided that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a dance studio. There's a language that happens between the singer and the guitarist and the dancer without actually speaking. If you are ever watching a traditional flamenco dance, you will notice the guitarist quite often watches the dancer's feet because the dancer will be able to set the speed. For me, it's just always been important to bring flamenco to a wider audience in Vancouver, and to really bring the level of flamenco to the highest that I can. And the third thing I think is to keep Vancouver flamenco artists employed, to keep them out there, keep them dancing. So that's sort of always been my goal, and I'm going to continue with that. Putting on productions is always, it's just my creative outlet. I love doing it. It just gives me so much artistic expression. I love that I can get my dancers onto a stage and put them into these different scenarios or storylines. So just continue with the company, trying to get them as strong as possible, get the recognition out of Vancouver that we have this awesome, amazing talent in Vancouver of flamenco artists. Just keep educating Vancouver, BC, whoever I can about flamenco in Vancouver, and keep it strong. I mean, all the doors opened because I think I was very passionate about it, because it was something that I loved and I loved to express. It just happened. It was just something that sort of I just kept walking through this door and this door, and it eventually happened. And that's always going to be with me. I love that I'm still able to perform, whereas in a ballet world, past 20, 30, you're pretty much a retired performer. It's also, I think, one of the biggest rewards for me is seeing dancers in the studio grow up and become these amazing flamenco dancers.